Hello my dear friends, today we will make darts on the back of the blouse to make it more fitted around the waist area. And first, during fitting, I tuck them in to see where I want them to begin, where to finish, and also to see the depth of the darts. And first we need to kind of open our darts and to make fabric flat at this area. So I will use another pin and I will catch just a first layer, like the top layer of fabric, exactly at the level of this pin. And with the first pin I also will catch just one layer of fabric on the other side. And then I will slightly iron this area from the wrong side to flatten fabric here completely. After that, if you pinned your darts during fitting almost identical, then you can use just one dart as a primary dart and build another one according to this primary dart. But if not, if your darts are different between each other, you will need to build another dart in the middle between those two darts that you pinned during fitting. But in both cases, you need to transfer now marks of the darts to the wrong side. And the easiest way to do it is to slide a soap or a chalk, or if you're using marker, just on the top of the pins. So even though they are pinned from the right side, you still can form these marks on the wrong side. And of course, on a darker fabric, it will be much easier to see these marks. So I will transfer marks from both darts to the wrong side. But if you are using just one dart as a primary dart, then you will need to transfer marks only on one dart. And since I'm working with the white fabric and the white marks are pretty hard to see on a white fabric, I will kind of reinforce these marks with the pins. So I will remove pins from the right side and just pin them on the wrong side exactly at the same marks. The next step, we need to find the exactly center line of the back detail. And to do that, we need to connect together side seams, bottom line, also shoulder seams and the neckline. And now we can form exact center line, and I will also fix it with pins. And the first step in constructing darts will be forming the center line of the darts at the same distance from the center line of the back detail. So I will measure the distance from the center of the back to the bottom of the dart, and also from the center of the back to the top of the dart. And here at the top I have 8 centimeters, and at the bottom it is 7.5 centimeters. So I will also make this distance 8 centimeters. So this way I will form the center of the dart exactly parallel to the center of the back detail. And also with these two pins I will form beginning and the end of the dart. And now we can see that the distance from the center of the back detail to the center of the second dart is definitely bigger. So I will flip now the back of the blouse on the other side, and with these pins that are marking the shape of other dart, I will pin these pins through both layers of fabric. So I will be able to see these marks on the side that is now under. So then when I turn the fabric, I can clearly see the shapes of both darts. So now I will need to form just one dart exactly in the middle between these two darts. So on one dart we can see pins without heads, and on another dart we can see pins with heads. So we will measure the distance between the center of the bag to the center of this second dart at the bottom and at the top, and we can see that this is 10 centimeters, and the distance to the first dart, to the center of the first dart, just 8 centimeters. So the middle between 8 and 10, it's 9, so I will move my pin to the 9 centimeter mark. And this will be a new center of the new dart, like unified dart that we are building now, like one dart instead of these two darts. And I will connect them and draw the central line of this new dart. And I will also mark the bottom end and the top end of this new dart, and I will draw them a little bit further away of the last pins of the darts that I pinned on the blouse during fitting. This way the ends of the darts will be smooth and gradually finishing. And then we will build the shape of this new dart. So I will measure the distance between two pins, you see, at the one level, between two pins of one dart. You see, here it's almost like a little bit more than 3 centimeters, you see, on one dart. And the second dart exactly at the same level, you see. It's actually exactly 3, you see, the pins with the pin heads. Exactly 3 centimeters. So the unified will be also 3 centimeters. So I will mark from the central line 1.5 centimeters on one side and 1.5 on another side. And at this point we can already remove the pins that we used to outline the darts during fitting. And here at the bottom level, you see the difference between these two measurements is much more obvious. So the distance between two pins on one dart is almost 1 centimeter, and here 1 centimeter and 5 millimeters. So the middle position will be 1 centimeter and let's say 2 millimeters. So I will put on each side from the center 6 millimeter mark on one side from the center and 6 millimeters mark on other side of the center. So the total will be 1.2 centimeter. I will just pin through the lines of beginning and the end of the dart to see more clearly these marks. So basically, at each level of pins, we need to find a middle measurement, then divide it by 2, make these marks on both sides of the new central line, and this way we will build one unified dart. And then I will connect these marks and form the shape of the dart. So I will double check that I can see all the marks. And then I can already unpin all pins and separate both sides of the back detail. And then from the wrong side, I will fold the dart along of the central line and pin it through the bottom mark. And at the top, I will also fold it along of the central line and pin through the top mark. Then I will fold the dart along of the central line, and I will pin the lines on both sides of the dart together. So this way, for stitching darts, I will clearly see the beginning and the end of the dart, and also the shape of the dart according to the enter points of the pins. And then I will stitch darts, directing the enter point of each pin to the center of the presser foot. Also, if you need a video tutorial how to stitch darts correctly, please check my video tutorial on how to stitch darts. The link will be right here on the screen, and also I will put it in the description to this video. So we can see that our stitching line begins very gradually from the folding point, and also forming a very nice curved line, and finishing also very gradually at the end. And the last but very important part of making darts, it's a pressing. So we will iron our darts towards to each other. And usually this type of darts, symmetrical darts, ironed towards to the center of the detail. And also at the bottom and at the top of the darts, we need to shrink this kind of baggy area that is formed after making darts. So we will iron it with the steam, with the rounded motions, to make this area absolutely flat. Now we can see the finished result from the right side. So the baggy area is gone, our darts are symmetrical, they start and finish at the same level, and also the widths of darts are absolutely identical.